Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dark Souls Remastered. You may have noticed Analondo here was dark. I went ahead and killed one over here to make it dark. I spared you the pain of seeing it firsthand. That and my friends wanted to do some PvP as well, and so I decided to make this place dark and do some PvP here with them as well. We also get rid of the password, which I think you're going to find hilarious. Oops. There we go. Try to bring it up to see if we can get anyone to invade us in Dark Analondo. Oh, these guys don't respawn. Huh. Or there's dudes in here usually. One's like in, I don't want to say Tarkus's armor, but he's in some pretty heavy armor with like Tarkus's sword and shield. The other guy's dressed as like a Baldur Knight. We don't want to go down there because that's the Firekeeper, and we can easily kill her. But if we do, the bonfire up there goes out, and for some strange reason, unless they changed it in the remaster, if you die in Dark Analondo, you will always spawn at the bonfire up there. So it's nice to keep it lit, even if you like rested at a different bonfire before this. But yeah, so that's weird. Also, oh my god, I found out you can set it so that L3 is jump. As my friend told me while we were doing the PvPs. Check this out, look, you see I'm sprinting, I don't have my shield up. Go from that to a roll, no problem. Now I just push L3, I'll even hold the controls. I'm like, oh, look at that. So it's in the, I'll actually just show you where it is while we're waiting for somebody. In the option, no, it's in, I think key settings. Yeah, key settings, and you go right down to gameplay, and it's like, go down here, jump. Just set that to L3. It's normally set it to be at default, which is weird, but you know. So yeah, that's nice. The objectively superior Dark Souls 2 and Beyond jumping mechanics. The objective, it's obviously subjective, but there's a pretty strong argument for it being objective. Because, you know, you can't roll out of a sprint unless you have your shield up, and even then, it has to be for like a few seconds. See how the guy is like running animation, takes a moment to change when you put your shield up? Like, look at this. Up, now it changed. You can tell from like how his right arm moves behind the shield. Yeah. You put your shield up and then probably right after you'll do a jump, but yeah. So which means you can also jump with your shield up at any time too. I really hope I can actually get some invaders. I've been having network issues lately. Let's actually go to the forest because that has worked tried and true. Oh wait, did I rest at the bonfire up there? I'm gonna run over to this bonfire and use that because I'm worried that I didn't rest at that bonfire up there, and if I homeward bone, I'll get sent to the Painted World because my friend wanted to do PvP there for a bit. I didn't really do anything permanent there, other than kill the undead dragon, so I can do the jumping attack on its butt and have it stand up. I can just skip past him and get to the boss, and then skip by the boss. When I kill them, I'm going to kill him later. I'll try the forest instead. I'm hoping I get, like, seriously, last night I was getting, like, almost no invaders. I think I got invaded, like, 3 times over the course of 2 hours. It was ridiculous. And two of those times by the same person. So I hope I'm just not having some weird network or maybe like a firewall issue or something like that. Maybe I gotta open my ports. Really hope I don't have to. I always hate needing to open ports because it's always like, fuck, did I do it right? Okay. I could also level up a lot. I have a lot of souls. Like, I could just start dumping tons of points in the vitality. And then endurance, just so I can equip even more stuff. I might also just for the sake of if I need to deal with like frustrating people, I might get like the Great Club, just to get a riposte with on people, or you know, just to get like a backstab fish on them with. While also giving myself tons of health. That way I can survive if they hit me. Is there any means of making it so it's impossible for somebody to survive a backstab you do? Like, it just does so much. I mean, I'm sure, like, if you stacked a ton of stuff, but, like, within reason. You know, like, no power within, no dragon roar. Just, like, maybe, like, a weapon buff, and that's it. Is there any weapon that you can buff that will one-shot somebody? Or even a weapon that you can't buff with just the Hornet Ring and a backstab, even if they have 99 vitality? I mean, it might be like the Great Club. That's probably why you usually see people using that as, like, their go-to backstab weapon. Because it hits like a damn truck. Oh, I'm very surprised that actually hit. Your fog well up, I can't tell. Find out in a moment if someone tries to invade. Oh, yeah. I'll take care of the bandit just yet. Okay. Oh, there he is. He's got a lot of poise. I knew it was coming, and I delayed it just to be safe. It still got me. Oh, I got lucky, though. Oh, he's got the hardcore defense. Jesus. Block that wall with a claymore. How? Wait, what? I have my shield up. I can parry too, but this time I get the riposte. Man, that's a lot of damage reduction. Got him, though. I was tempted to heal, but with his amount of defense, I didn't want him healing too, because it would take a lot to, like, recover from that. Yeah, turn around. I knew that was coming! Oh, man. Why did I swing? I'll just do this. Oh, it's almost like Great Magic Barrier is fucking amazing. I don't mind getting backstabbed by a non-hornet ring while I have, like, all that health. Yeah, it didn't work out for you, did it? Yeah, I saw that coming. You've been doing nothing but trying to parry me. You did it too many times. It became too obvious. I'll give you a wall. What is it, though? Man, it's like a bunch of times where it was like that realization where it's like right as you hit the attack button, but before your attack goes through, you're like, no! Because you know they're going to parry you. But yeah, the guy in the snow armor, that's a really good example of just how effective defense is in this game. Like, he got riposted with a Hornet Ring and a Rapier, and he only took like 1,100 damage. That's nuts! Even without it being buffed, that's nuts. Like, if he has a crap ton of vitality as well, that's like half your health. Yeah. Hell, you might even be able to survive 2 of those if you have your vitality up all the way. 99. That is nuts. Oh wait, the dried finger isn't even on. I just happened to get invaded by 2 people at once, or... Yeah, that's... I didn't know you could get invaded by 2 people at once in the forest without the dried finger. Huh. Interesting. I think the silliest thing that kind of summarizes magic in Dark Souls 1 PvP is just the image of a guy with like Crystal Soul Spirit or Pursuers up, and they're just like they're doing nothing but this towards you. They're like, I'm gonna get you, because they know as soon as they turn around, it goes off, and it's like, oh, he went around that way, and like I see so many people that do that. It just looks so stupid. I mean, I get like it's like a working strategy to some extent, but it's just like, oh, here we go. I just feel there's a point where you're a little bit too desperate to get a kill that you're willing to make yourself look like the biggest idiot ever. I'll just do this. Oh boy! Well, here comes the point down. I knew it! You're too predictable. You lost fair and square, and now you're salty about it. You sure showed me. I also find it's really funny when somebody like points down, but like they have one of the couple of like no skill necessary strategies. You know, spamming Dark Bead, using the Gold Tracer. He basically had it all. I mean, I don't think I'm breaking new grounds when I say when people just two-hand the Gold Tracer and run up and spam R1, they're not really doing anything that requires skill, right? It's very effective for something that just anyone can do. I was thinking about just like getting one, and just if I see somebody with a Gold Tracer, I just slap on more poison them, and I just spam R1 back at them, and just win every time, because that's what they're devolving the fight into. So it's like, you know. Come on, stop doing that. There we go. Oh dang, I use Sunlight Blade like after resting at the bonfire instead of before, like I usually do to make this, give myself an extra buff. Whoops. Granted, I mean I do stuff that's considered scummy, even though it's obviously not. People are just mad about it, so they call it scummy. You know, like counter backstabbing, because apparently that's scummy. Sprinting for the back, apparently that's scummy, even though it's all completely avoidable. Apparently I'm not allowed to call things scummy, like two-handing the Gold Tracer and spamming R1, which, you know, granted, yeah, there's counters to that. A lot of them kind of rely heavily on latency, though, because, like, you know, like parrying, because you know they're going to attack as soon as they're in range. You know when to parry. It's just sometimes the latency disagrees with that. I could use the shield and do this, but at the same time I also get a ton of bleed build-up from that thing. Etc., etc. Let's see, who's coming this time? I hope it's the same guy. I should upgrade my Gold Tracer. Just like I said before, if I see somebody doing it, just have a Gold Tracer war. But I'll also have like the blood shield on, so they have to hit me a lot more times before I bleed or something. Just every hard counter to it in the universe. Actually, I have the blood shield. I should really upgrade it, and whenever I see somebody use the Gold Tracer, I should also have a blood moss on my skill bar to quickly put on the blood shield and then just eat that, so that I have all that bleed resistance up. Do I have Look Skyward on this character? I don't. I should fix that at some point. Come on, where's the invasions? I just had some. Oh, here we go. That's nicely, and you get it, apparently. Tickles. I don't remember that person. Is that the same person? You better believe it is. Is that your strat? Run away from the Great Magic Barrier? Gotta rely on your, like, one-shot kill dark beads? Pathetic. I refuse to play unless I have an easy-to-hit one-shot kill option available to me at all times. Otherwise, it's not fair. Hold on, let me get my mom to throttle my internet so I have a really high latency at all times, too. That way, it'll be fair. Come on now. Oh, okay, I gotta just keep using this over and over. There's no other way. Oh, see, look, I dodged right through it and the latency got me. Yeah, you point down, refusing to fight unless you have, like, literally latency favoring perfect conditions. Because, you know, why fight with skill when you can rely heavily on just having terrible internet and abusing the hell out of it? Why? I mean, you know, as we all know, satisfaction doesn't come from winning a skillfully fought match. It comes from having the words you win appear on the screen, like a tool. I feel bad for that guy. He has no proper values, clearly. You don't want to win, you just want something to tell you won. That's all you need. And I'm sure somebody's gonna stumble across this video and be like, "Oh wow, you're a hypocrite because you fish for backstabs." Ooh. Something that doesn't actually rely super heavily on latency at all. And can easily be countered, but you know, maybe they're just bad. I don't know. Oh, I should restore my humanity. That'd be good. I'm like acting salty this video. I think it's just because work was really hard yesterday. I'm taking it out on like straw men that don't exist. But good God, I hate losers like that. It's like they'd rather waste everyone's. Oh, I did the thing where I buffed before. It's like they'd rather waste everyone's time by like running away until they get like ideal conditions than actually just fight. Let's see. Let me see if I can do something. I have an idea. Damn it, I should have accessed my bottomless box before coming here. Oh well, I guess I'll just rest at this one. I was hoping to homeward bone back immediately. I mean, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is when it comes to that gold tracer thing. I know I have one. I must have passed it. Oh wait, there was a silver tracer. Not the gold tracer. It's not. Actually, I guess it would be where the curved swords are. Oh, I just passed them. No. Oh, the shuttle had a change in its location manually. Oh, there we go. If I see them, I'm gonna slap on the wolf ring. And I'm just gonna sprint up to them. I don't really use my longsword, so why don't we just keep that where the longsword would normally be. That's it. This right here. Sorry, people. This is the essence of pure skill right here. Now, you may not want to hear that, but that is the essence of pure skill. I mean, I'm eventually going to have this character level up super high, to the point where I can basically use all the tools. I mean, probably not up to max level, but, like, to the point where I'll have, like, the soft cap for everything. So I'll have, like, 50 intelligence, I already have 50 faith. Normally, 40 is technically the soft cap for strength, but some weapon requirements will go higher than that, so it'd be like 50. Same with Dex, it's soft capped as like 40, but you get more spell speed at 45. Up to 45, so I'd probably bring that there. And then, you know what I'll do? I'll probably dedicate an episode to showing how easy it is to win with these strategies. Since, you know, I can basically recreate that guy's build. I actually probably won't go super high on vitality or endurance, just to make it so I don't have a, like, ridiculous... Like, I'll have the unfair advantage of versatility, but at the same time, if I'm using magic, I'm probably not going to have any faith spells equipped, so the faith stats kind of null and void. It'll be more just so that this character can basically do anything, not necessarily so that he's blatantly overpowered. He will be a little stronger, because at the end of the day, he's going to have 50 vitality and 40 endurance, while also having, like, the soft caps for, like, whatever weapon I'm using in magic. But I feel like 99 vitality, I mean, I'm probably at some point, but that'll be a little overboard for right now. And I'll probably just make a video dedicated to just using the... Oh, I thought you were dead. I'll probably just make a video dedicated to doing bullshit easy things. And laughing about it. I also gotta, like, get a Murakumo and level that up. So I can do that nonsense where you do the sprinting attack and then rush for a backstab. Oh, I didn't rest at the bonfire to buffing again. How silly of me. Oh, I thought I saw the fog wall go up for a second. I hope that mage shows up again. I hope he spawns in right here. If he has the distance, he's just going to stay a mile away until he sees the Great Magic Barrier buff run out. Because why make dark magic do the damage it should when it can be a one-shot kill? No, it's not him, though. Yeah, if there's anything I don't like in Dark Souls 1, it's just dark magic. It's so blatantly broken in PvP, and they had the chance to fix that with this. And the only people that defend it not being broken are the people who use it, of course. Might be getting invaded by another person. Oh, they're disguised as a tree, like a mile away over there. I think. Yeah. Oh, here we go. And then you run away forever, because you have no skill to challenge me. Oh, hi. God, the latency is so much in their favor. Oh, okay. Yeah, they definitely have latency in their favor. That was a huge drag back. God, they're going hard. They're gonna try to dark me when I get up, I bet. Oh, the range! Yeah, there's that point down. Again. Even in a gank, you almost lose, and you're still like, I showed you. In a gank with heavy latency in your favor, using the most latency favoring thing in the game, it's pathetic. And you're so proud of yourself. It's like, seriously, fight me with, like, you can still use the gold tracer as easy as it is to be good with, and just either ditch either the dark magic or the gold tracer. One of those things, or just don't run away when I use great magic barrier until you have like a vastly in your favor situation. You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, I know exactly what I'm gonna do now. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. You want to play that way? You want to run? Let's use the anti-runaway spell. Completely forgot I had this. Oh wait, I need to go human. It's like it's what this spell was made for. They're running away. Make it so they can't run away. Let's buff and then rest at the bonfire. Kind of wish they'd like relegate players who have terrible latency into like separate matchmaking servers for other players that have terrible latency. Just let them deal with each other. Granted, Tranquil Walk doesn't last that long, so I'd have to kind of just get him. Hopefully right where he spawns in. I'll just use it and just gold tracer him immediately or something. If I see him, I'll switch to the Wolf Ring instead of the Hornet Ring, because his latency makes him too hard to parry in most cases. And he always tries to stay a mile away, so you can't really backstab him. It's like Pursuers start swinging at maximum possible range and then roll backwards if I do anything. He's protecting his back really well, I'll give him that. Oh, right, Dry Finger, that'd be useful. I suppose anyone can protect their back when they exclusively fight from 20 miles away. I kind of want to also stand over at this doorway over here. That way if they spawn over there, I can like, Because if he spawns over here when I'm over there, he's just going to immediately book it for this bridge here. Man, I just realized if I had the little wing ear things on for that last fight, I would have won because of the logs. Would have hit him. Would have hit for enough damage. I saw the save sign in the corner there. Somebody's gotta be showing up. I wish Great Magic Barrier, rather than lasting a time limit, just absorbed a certain percentage of magic damage. You know, it's like you take, you take like 80% less magic damage until the Great Magic, the Great Magic Barrier takes that 80% until it takes like 1,000 or 2,000 damage. Which sounds like a lot, but at the same time, we're talking about Dark Bead, something that hits for like 15,000 at point blank range every time. Wouldn't be hard. 2 hits and it's gone. But yeah, I really wish they just completely reworked how magic works with latency in this game, because it's a class. It's either really easy to beat, unless you accidentally screw up and you get hit because it hits like a truck, or it's borderline impossible to beat because the latency is so bad that the desync of the spells is just unbearably horrible to deal with. I remember there's a video that shows my exact point on my channel, where it shows back in the original Dark Souls, where it shows a guy get pursuers up, and I think I called it Dark Bead at the time because I'm a freaking idiot, but and I'm like, all right, Dark Bead, okay, here's how you beat this. You aggro the Dark Beads and then you just roll right through. And then it shows, like, after I've very clearly gone through it without taking damage, I just get obliterated. Like, a moment later, after they've all clearly passed through, and I just get hit by nothing. That's kind of the entire reason Dark Magic's nonsense. I don't feel, I mean, like, obviously I'm not a fucking game designer, but I feel like the concept of how you can make it work isn't that hard. Because the idea is that Dark Bead is, or sorry, not Dark Bead, Pursuers is essentially its own entity that kind of follows the caster around, and because it's considered like a third-party thing, I assume, because I'm trying to explain how it works, I assume it functions as like a third-party thing, because it functions separately for both the caster and the target, as soon as it finds that the target's in range, it'll go after them. But it's not tied to it doesn't register like from the character that's like, okay, it's been shot, so now it has to appear to have been shot from the other person. It's not like Crystal Soul Spear, where it's like, okay, he shot it, so now the other person sees it get shot. It instead functions where as soon as you are in range of Dark Bead or of Pursuers on your screen, it will chase after you. But because of how latency works and it can make positioning of characters a little wonky, you might not be in range on their screen, so the Pursuers on their screen won't chase you. And this causes lots of problems because it's range-based, so if they're backing up and you're running at them, there's a good chance it'll be desynced from when it gets shot off of them by like a full second, which is a real pain. It's why I hate when people spin around, because there's like a good chance it'll desync. I think he was doing that on purpose before too. I think he was trying to purposely create desync with the spell to make it basically impossible to dodge. There's also an issue if you spawn into somebody's game and you cast Pursuers immediately. You ever have the issue where somebody's spawning in and like you can see them kind of move around a bit as they're spawning in, because on their screen they've actually finished spawning in and they're moving around? If you have that happen as the invader and you cast Pursuers as soon as possible, and they had that issue happen on their screen, they will straight up not see your Pursuers at all. They will be completely invisible, and when you approach them, it will hit them. Every last one of them. Because they're not going to see it coming. There won't even be any sound or anything. Because the idea of Pursuers being there is client-side for each person. Now, the way I would want them to fix this is I'd want it to function the same way the game registers like a weapon swing. Like, when the Pursuer goes off on their end, it functions like, okay, it's like he shot an arrow on his end, or he just hit R1 and it's attacking. So rather than being based on range for your character as well as his, it's just based entirely on range for his character only, and it just kind of registers that it's shot and what its target is. You know what I mean? Just have it register on one person's side and essentially have it like basically be like similar to like when it says they attacked or something like that with like a weapon, just, you know, instead of Pursuers. It's just automatic. I'm bad at explaining these things, but I'm sure you get what I mean. Also, not getting any more invaders. I wonder if he stopped invading because he's like, well, he almost beat me in a 2v1 scenario, which means if he fights me in a 1v1 scenario, he'll probably win. And I don't want him to finish as the winner. Or maybe he's just fighting somebody else. I don't know. I mean, I say fighting. It's not really fighting as it is just kind of abusing latency to see you win on the screen to make yourself feel good because you're a tool. But, you know. I'm sorry, I'm getting, like, hyper-aggressive at this guy. I called him salty, and, like, clearly I'm salty. But, you know what? I also don't care. Fuck that guy. Gold Tracer, Dark Bead, purposely trying to desync your magic with this shit. It's like every I just want to see the words you win on my screen thing in the book. Who was it? I saw the name over there. Oh, that's the person that was invading with him. Oh yeah, I also didn't explain why spinning like this creates desync. It's because, you noticed before, even though he was spinning, even though I was really close to him, it wasn't firing it off at me. It's because it's really wonky. It's very wonky at detecting range, but if you spin around like this, if on his screen, or on his end, it detects it as in range and launches, or on my screen it does, but not the other person's screen, you know what I mean. It causes desync because it has a hard time detecting your targets when you're spinning around, but it's still possible. So there's a high chance that it will launch on his screen or your screen without launching on the other screen, and it's just the scummiest shit ever. In my opinion, it's just as bad as hacking. I mean, I think I've said this before, but I think just exploiting is just as bad as hacking in every way. I mean, they're both basically cheating. Exploiting is when, you know, exploiting is just when you use something in the game that's not supposed to function that way on purpose for the sole purpose of essentially getting a win. I consider dead angling to be cheating before, and I stick to that. It wasn't meant to be in the game, you can tell because it was removed from every other Souls game, and, you know, now that the remasters come out, it's been removed from that because it was never intended to function that way. Despite how many people would argue, like, it added so much more depth. It didn't add more depth. You just used a lot, so you convinced yourself it added more depth. Sorry for being presumptuous. Just tell me why it's removed from the game, then. If it was supposed to be in the game and add a lot of depth, tell me why it was removed then. And why it's been in literally no other Souls game. I don't know if Demon Souls had it though. It might have. I don't think Demon Souls got popular enough at the time for like the PvP to be something they cared about though. I mean, they still had Cracked Talisman. They had that thing where you can like infinitely cast Firestorm while running around that they never fixed. That one, I think they just didn't care enough about the PvP to really do anything about it. Oh, I saw that tree. I see you. Wait, what? Oh. Like, what the? Is he just doing the thing where you go AFK in the... I'm not getting souls from him, what the heck? This delay. There we go, okay. I remember I got in an argument with a friend, I mean, I wouldn't really consider much of a friend. A friend of a friend, when we were talking about Dark Souls, and I was like, man, sure, I'm glad they removed dead angling, and immediately jumped on the wall, like, no, it's the stupidest thing they did! It added so much depth of the game. I'm like, It made it so you bypass shields. He's like, no, you just have to turn to face the direction that they were facing. So, you know, if somebody does like a curved greatsword and they do that thing where they attack but they turn around because the curved greatsword's dead angle was to face the other way right at the end of the attack. He's like, if you blocked the way they were attacking. So essentially he's saying that if somebody used a curved greatsword like that and you turned around and you blocked that way, you would block it. Which I haven't tested, but even, let's assume it's true for the sake of argument. So that means there's two possible scenarios. You either, A, you block the attack, and then while you have blocks on, all he has to do is just turn around and just get the backstab instantly. Or B, you don't turn around, you get hit by the dead angle, and then he can sprint behind you and get the backstab. There's no victory to be had there. There is absolutely nothing to do about that. Because I'm pretty sure you can sprint behind somebody, because the hit part of the Murakumo swing is like right at the end of it, so there's not like a lot of recovery time after the hit, so you can generally, yeah, I saw that. He wants to get the trees involved or something. I can just walk all the trees away. He put on the fog ring. Oh no. Oh, he's got wog of his own. All right then. Look at me, I'm just gonna go and heal. Whoop. Oh god, he's going for the back. I'm trying to bat out his wall because I want to roll through it. Oh, he doesn't have the thing out. He's not gonna walk. Here comes the wog. Nope. I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe thought I was being defensive because I wanted to quote-unquote fight honorably. No, I was waiting for you to get the talisman out so I can roll backstab you on the log. I think one more. This is a really long episode. I'm thinking one more. Because I mean, it's just been like the same two dudes. One of them seems drastically underleveled, and is, as a result, really easy to beat. Not necessarily because any skill reason, just such a low level. I can one-shot him with like one backstab, or I can like two-shot him with like regular melee attacks. Because from what I can tell, he seems to only have like 800 health. That's not much at all. Even without the Hornet Ring, I think that can one-shot him with a backstab. Especially in Karen armor. And then, you know, you have the other guy that's like the most latency, exploitive, abusive person in the goddamn game. Hey, there we go. Oh no, up here, so I don't have to run across the map, please. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's the same person. You got a different weapon, though. I don't want to go to that cliff when you have Wog. But I will Wog you while you're at the cliff. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I don't know why you're still bowing, though. I'm clearly not here for honor Bordeaux. Sorry if that comes off as, like... Sorry if the clearly exaggerated and clearly fake Japanese accent's coming off as, like... racist. I don't mean to. I just think it's fun. I think it's fun to also do a even though I'm American, I think it's funny to do a stereotypical American accent. None of that's necessarily a defense for it. Just like, hello, I will use my credit card. I would like one cheeseburger, please. Hello. Or the Western. Hey, I'll use my credit card, eh? Well, shit. Talk about them guns, eh? But yeah, I think we can all agree doing accents is funny. Who doesn't like to just do a voice? It's not that it's funny because it's like, ha, I make fun of it. It's just funny because it's like, you always exaggerate it. And that's what always makes it funny. And if anyone ever tries to do like a Spanish voice, do like, oh, el matador. I mean, that's nowhere near what a Spanish accent is, but you get what I mean. It's meant to be like exaggerated, like, oh. I just love exaggerating shit. Anyway, that was a weird fucking bit to end the episode on. We'll end it there. Guess I'll do one more today, even though it was a long one, and I'll have those videos for tomorrow. If you guys ever going, I'm probably gonna change invasion location, so I don't have to deal with that exploit mage all over again. I'll see ya.